India.com and Bollywood Live. So look who I am with today. Everyone's sweetheart, everybody, somebody who's been loved by constantly by everybody in the house, in the Bigg Boss house. We have with us Rajiv Adatia. Welcome on India.com and Bollywood Live,
Thank you so much,
Rajiv.
Vinika. Thank you so much. Lovely being here with you.
Thank you, Rajiv. So how is it? कैसा लग रहा है? मतलब अभी काम है, कैसा है outside Bigg
मतलब
Boss
मैं घर
house?
से बाहर जब आया हूँ मतलब बहुत सरील फील कर रहा हूँ मैं। अम, घर को बहुत मिस करता हूँ। मतलब आज मैं सब फैंस मुझे छोटे छोटे क्लिपिंग्स भेजते हैं जो उमर पूरा दिन बोलते हैं राजीव 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 और शमिता बोलते हैं बहुत मिस कर रहे हैं। पूरी रात उमर ने मेरी बात की तो मतलब मैं बहुत परेशान हो गया। मतलब बहुत मिस कर रहा हूँ लोगों को। So I'm missing the house a lot, but yeah, I'm really loving the love I'm finding outside. मतलब इतने सारे प्यार, इतने सारे fans ने मुझे प्यार दे रहा है. I just can't. It's very overwhelming for me. Very overwhelming. But I'm very happy at the same
Absolutely.
time.
The happiness shows on your face, Rajiv. Look at
I'm
you,
very happy. I'm getting mobbed. Everyone's like, "I really like me that much. You are favorite contestant, Rajiv. Why are you back in the house?" It's very, very sweet.
That's so nice to hear, Rajiv. So you have to tell me that, when you had entered the Bigg Boss house and now when you have got evicted, how is this transition like? Of course you have received a lot of love, but what is that thing that has changed for you?
I think the thing that's changed, like when I was in the Big Boss house, you don't really know what's going on outside the house. मतलब सब बोलते हैं कि राजीव बहुत पसंद करते हैं भारत का जनता आपको, everyone's loving you, you know. And that भारत का जनता, the way I say it, also became a hashtag. So I think you don't really realize the love inside the house because you're locked in the house for so many days. But when I came out and I just went to get a coffee in Starbucks, I mean, I was mobbed and I was like, hey, ये क्या हो गया? And the love people were showing me was so overwhelming. Like, I feel so blessed and humble. But in the house, the main thing that I took from it was acceptance. Acceptance of being me, acceptance of the way I am. And I'm just so happy the public outside actually accepted me for who I am and the way I am. And they had a chord struck with me. So I'm glad that we had a one-to-one connection like that. So I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, Rajiv. I was in fact getting to that only. Rajiv, I've heard this from many people who have entered the Bigg Boss house, no matter if they have won the show or not. But somewhere I've heard that they have told me that Bigg Boss house has changed themselves, and in a sense that the house has made them meet a new a person, completely. So
See,
when you say
normally
that
when
that
people come out of the house, they are scared कि मैं वापस जाऊंगा नहीं, बहुत मुश्किल था, मुझे तो बहुत अच्छा लगा, अब वापस भेज दो, मैं वापस जाऊंगा मैं. I'm like that. I love the Big Boss house, and actually, I always said on camera that the Big Boss house is like a healing house for me. मुझे इतना heal किया internally. It's like a rehab center. मुझे पूरा emotions बाहर आया, मतलब रोना आया बाहर, गुस्सा आया बाहर, मस्ती आई बाहर, मतलब सब emotions आते हैं बाहर Big Boss में. And really, it was the best thing. It's just changed my life mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and in career. I mean, it's done so much for me. So I'm really grateful for Big Boss for taking me in the show. And really, I'm so thankful. And if I ever get the opportunity again, I'll definitely go again.
That's so good to see. I'm sure आपके fans तो बहुत ही खुश होंगे ये statement
I
से.
hope.
I want I want to know, Rajiv, that do you think that when you had entered the house there was a perception, because people knew you like Shamita's, somebody who belongs to Shamita, somebody who's close to few people in the house. So do you think that there was an image, there was a perception that actually maybe went in favor or against you?
I think nothing went against me. Now, see, Shamita's brother is also a lovely thing, Shilpa's brother. I just think the only thing was I wanted to show me because I think perception था कि मैं शमिता के लिए आया था, खेलने के लिए आया था यहाँ. Actually, वो था नहीं. I went as a contestant. But the incentive of going was obviously Shamita and my friends that अच्छा मैं घर में जा रहा हूँ तो लोग हैं जो मैं पहचानता हूँ और शमिता भी है, तुम्हारे support system है घर पे. But it was never the makers never sent me in the intention कि आप शमिता का भाई हो तो आप जाओ घर में, ऐसे कभी नहीं था. But obviously I'm so happy that I could be myself because no one stopped me from being myself. तो मैं जब घर के बाहर आया और सब बोला राजीव राजीव, it was a very good thing that I made my own identity in the house, and I portrayed myself the way I am, and I'm glad people accept me for who I am, and I'm glad that notion of people's mind changed.
Yeah, yeah. So when you talk about yourself, you say that it changed you. I want to know from you because I think you are the best person to explain this to us and to the fans. Is Shamita the same how she is outside and inside the house? Yeah.
100%. She's a strong girl. She's a solid girl. She's somebody who just speaks up for the right things. She doesn't take nonsense from anybody. And she's playing a very dignified and graceful game, I feel. I don't think she's doing anything out of the box, which is, bad or, whatever. She's doing everything very nicely. And I think she's a very, very, very strong player. So I think she's doing very well. And she's exactly the same. I mean, I think we fight more outside than we do inside. I was saying to Shamita, 8 हफ्ते में सिर्फ चार लड़ाई ये तो कम नहीं है हमारे लिए I said Shamit we've done good yeah so I was really happy with that she's a lovely person with a heart of gold. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, darling. It's muted, I think, your end. No. You're miming. I can't hear you.
We'll take the fan question, Saurabh.
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Okay. Oh, do you think Rakhi and Ritesh are seriously married? That's Chirag asking you these questions. So people have joined us live.
I think so. I don't know. I mean, the house they were married in the house. I mean, जो बाहर है मैं और कुछ देखता हूँ मतलब. Now my opinion is definitely changed because उसने खुद बोला है that he was married before. But मुझे जब मैं घर में आई थी, it looked very genuine to me, and I respected that because Rakhi was extremely happy with him. But I think Rakhi is the only one that can answer that question. Again, I can't hear you.
Saurabh, next question.
Now I can hear you again. Have you
Kritika,
lost
hi
loads of weight?
Rajiv. You do so
Have you
well
lost
because of
lots of
limited.
weight because of the? I have lost 12 kilos, by the way. When I came in, I was like, boo. And when I come out, I was like, boo. So I'm like, I have lost a lot of weight purely because there was less food. मतलब जो rationing task था हमारा जो हमको डांट पड़ी थी और हमको राशन नहीं मिला था तो वो टाइम मैं तो बहुत खुश था. I was very happy. I was like, you know what, it's a good time to diet and lose some weight. I didn't tell anybody. So like, हाँ मत भेजो खाने घर पे. मैं एक रोटी में ठीक हूँ. But I was like, हाँ बहुत बुरा है खाने नहीं मिल रहा. But actually, I was very internally happy that मेरा portions कम हुआ था. Actually, वही time पे मैंने 12 किलो कम किया घर पे. I kept on losing weight even in the Big Boss house. मैं जो खाना बनाता था सबके लिए. I never used to eat the dinner sometimes. मैं नहीं खा रहा हूँ. I'll eat something small because I didn't want to eat that food because I make very rich food. तेल के साथ
Yeah,
तो मतलब I was
yeah.
like मैं नहीं खाऊंगा तुम लोग खाओ मुझे पतला होना है.
Yeah. Okay. So Rajiv, एक question जो मुझे पूछना ही था, to you during this weekend, no, something that I personally observed was that this entire incident that happened between Devolina and Abhijit, where he behaved slightly inappropriately with her, and she also took the stand. But however, I don't know how, but it appeared that Salman kind of justified what Abhijit said, to Devolina. While Tejasvi took a stand saying that, it doesn't matter when a woman decides to speak up. You cannot just object to her saying that, कि अभी ही बोला, पहले क्यों नहीं बोला, उस time क्यों नहीं बोला. What is your entire
See,
commentary?
I don't think Salman was justifying what he done. I think
Hmm.
that he was very much in support of Devolina, which we all were in the house, in fact, because we were all very taken aback. Because but Shuklaji doesn't understand limits or thairas. He does whatever he wants, whenever he wants, and doesn't understand the repercussions afterwards. I think Salman sir was just saying that Devo next time, and that is not for Devo for anybody. Don't wait for a task to finish or don't wait for anything. वही time पे बोलो और वही टाइम की आवाज लगाओ because see sometimes what happens even in the answer where people with fear they get scared they can't talk because of the fear the repercussions but I think he was saying in a very positive way to Devolina next time forget everything else to वही time पे बोल and you know what he did scold Abhijit Shuklaji he did scold him but I don't think that he was I think that he was definitely taking Abhijit's class for sure and he definitely was in support of Devolina. I just think he was trying to explain to them, next time, जो भी हो task ना हो, बाहर की दुनिया में भी है, वही time की बोलो जो वही time हो रहा है, because आपके लिए beneficial होगा, because it will protect you at the end of the day. And that was it. I don't think he was taking sides with Abhijit ji. I think he was just saying, at that time, speak up and shout and scream for people who will come and help you. And
Yeah,
Devolina is not wrong also. Devolina galit nahi hai isme. She took her time also. She's not also
yeah,
wrong in her decision making. But his
yeah.
interpretation was a bit different. That's all it was. Nothing more.
Yeah. Okay. So Rajiv, yesterday also, I don't know if you've seen the last night's episode, and it was shown that Abhijit and of course Shamita had a sort of bedroom में वो जो argument हुआ जहाँ पे Rakhi was also present, and then again Abhijit took this entire conversation ahead and said that he actually tried to again shame Shamita about doing fewer movies, and he said that कि जहर के बाद तो आपने कुछ काम ही नहीं किया and all of that. Do you think? No,
So
my
let me tell you
question to you.
something. If he's saying
Yeah.
this about her, when he wanted to become
Yeah.
PM, I asked him, how many elections have you won? He said, none. So I said, that's not fair. Not if he's also got flaws in his life, uska bhi flaws hua hai na. So matlab, you can't attack a girl or an actress because of the amount of movies she's done, and her movies were very good. I mean, Abhijit has this problem of undermining people and making people feel bad sometimes. He says very silly things sometimes, but he also has dreams. He also has ambitions. I mean, he's such a PM banna hai, and he's lost so many, I think, elections or something. He said about his thing, but it's okay. People, he got up, he tried again, he got up, he tried again, and he's still trying, which is a good thing. But you can't knock somebody down for the amount of films they've done. It doesn't mean she's a bad actress. It just means that she chose other work in her life, and it's this
And
industry is
her
not
choice
easy.
at the end of the day, right?
Sorry.
Her choice at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, and this industry is not easy. It's a very tough industry. Like, come on, you can't expect. It's a very tough industry to be in. Sometimes the way you plan things to go in your life doesn't work out that way. It's no one's fault. It's just it was her journey, and she's now today. Shamita is an individual character. She's doing all of this herself, and she's worked hard to where she's got to. It's not just because she's Shamita Shetty doesn't mean उसने सोने की थाली में आगे आई है. उसने काम किया, उसने बहुत मेहनत भी किया है इंडस्ट्री में. And जितना मूवीज आपने किया और नहीं किया किसी के हाथ में नहीं है मतलब इट्स अ स्ट्रगल फॉर एवरीबॉडी सो आई थिंक इट्स वेरी रॉन्ग फॉर हिम टू से दिस बिकॉज़ ही इज आल्सो सीन द स्ट्रगल इन लाइफ ही इज आल्सो सीन द स्ट्रगल ऑफ डूइंग व्हाट ही वांट्स सो ही शुड नॉट पॉइंट फिंगर्स at other people but he should look at his own first life and see how much struggle he's also been through. Everyone goes through struggles in life.
Fan question. Fan question. Yeah. Ramla has to ask this.
I oh god.
Yeah.
I actually think with this question about Rashmi and Umar, I think they do like each other. There's no relationship at the moment for sure. I think what's happened is dono like karte dono ko, and I think it takes time to know somebody. I think they're just getting to know each other. There's no relationship. There's no dating. Nothing going on now. There's no boyfriend girlfriend. It's just they take getting time to know each other. And if something happens, something happens. I mean, I liked it when they liked each other, but अभी क्या है घर में इतना टेंशन है टास्क में टिकट फिनाली आ रहे हैं ये सब कुछ आ रहे हैं तो आई थिंक टाइम लगेगा but I think maybe it might happen on the outside. I don't think there'll be a boy and girlfriend scene in the house. I think they're just getting to know each other at the moment and understand each other. And you never know what happens in the future. I wish them if it happens, I'll be very happy.
That's a loaded question, Rajiv.
When you say you didn't raise the issue earlier, do you think you are disrupting the whole idea of Me Too movement? Because what if Me Too also people are told पहले तो गया नहीं नहीं I think the question is a very valid question. No, that's not the case. I think was happening. I think Salman Sir was actually just trying to prove a point that speak up whenever. Don't. Devalina is not wrong in what she said or when she said it. No one's doubting when she said it. He was just saying next time say it a bit earlier, and your voice will also be heard then, even like it's being heard now. So I don't think that he meant it any other way than that. That's my opinion. But it's not going against any movement. I just think generally, that Devarino is right. She thought her situation, she was right. It's up to the person when they want to say it. So I think Devarino was very right in her corner. But when you ask him what my take was on Salman, what Salman said, I think he was just generally giving advice. I don't think he was being mean to anybody. I think he was generally giving advice for everyone's benefit. But I don't think he was knocking her. Nobody was knocking Devalina. I think she was right in her corner. He was right in his corner. But in the house, I actually asked Devalina. I said to her, after this whole thing happened, I said, "Listen, are you okay? Like, do you want to speak to Big Boss? Do you want to go and speak to him? Like, do you want to express your feelings to him? Are you safe in this house? Are you sure you're safe? Are you feel safe?" I asked her all these questions. She goes, "No, I'm safe," and whatever, whatever. And she's a very strong girl. But I think when you ask me the question about do I agree with what Salman says, I agree with what Devarina's done, and I'm agreeing that Salman just said something just to build it up. Say, Devo, next time, it's okay, like, to wait if you want to, but speak up. Don't be scared about the repercussions. Just speak up. Koi bhi ho samne, bolo. That's it.
Right, right. Rajiv, we saw that you had this quick party with Shilpa last night. So I want to know what is Shilpa saying about Shamita's performance in the house? How is
Oh,
she reacting to
Shilpa
it?
was very happy with Shamita's performance. Shilpa was very, very proud of Shamita, and she made so much food for me. I can't tell you, my stomach इतना छोटा हो गया ना घर में, तो मतलब इतना अच्छा खाना बना मैं खा नहीं पाया इतना. But it was very sweet, and I love Shilpa and Shamita a lot, and we're a great rapper. And she's very proud of it, as I am proud of her. Mute. You're muted. It's saying you're muted. Again, you're muted.
Is Shamita winning the show, Rajiv?
Well, obviously, I wanted to win the show. ये कैसे question है? Obviously, मेरी बहन है show में. Obviously, चाहता हूँ वो show जीते ना. मतलब I love her to win the show. मतलब she's a good girl. She's playing very well, and I was a good खिलाड़ी.
Yeah.
And obviously, if I want to see people in the top two, it's definitely Shamita and Umar यार. मतलब I love Umar a lot also यार. बहुत sweet बंदा है. And पूरी रात मेरी बात कर रहा था. मुझे इतना बुरा feel हुआ. But I love Shamita to win the show, and if Shamita, oh, I love Umar to win the show also. So I'm happy.
Okay, so Rajiv, we'll let you go, but since because you have mentioned Umar here, we'll ask you कि उमर को क्यों हर वीकेंड पे इतना सुनने को मिलता है? मतलब honestly, you can't deny that.
मुझे खुद नहीं पहुंचा हुआ वो इतना स्वीट है यार मतलब बहुत स्वीट दिस इज सच अ स्वीट एंड जेंटल साइड उमर रियाज आई जस्ट कांट टेल यू मतलब बहुत प्यारा है यार मतलब अच्छा बहुत ये क्या हो गया बहुत स्वीट साइड उसका बहुत लविंग नेचर है उसका and he's somebody that you can go to for anything to talk to and he looked after me so well in the house मतलब अग्रेशन सब करते हैं भाई टास्क में मैंने भी एक दो बार लड़ा लड़ा के बाहर आए नो आई फॉट इन द हाउस मतलब मेरे पास भी थोड़ा अंदर है गुस्सा बट he's not like that 24 hours a day. He only comes out in the tasks when things are going wrong or people are being unfair or मतलब संचालक unfair है तब वो करते हैं ऐसा but otherwise बहुत sweet है यार I love Umar Riaz क्यूटी है वो
That shows, Rajiv. So we'll quickly let you go, Rajiv. Thank you so
thank
very much
you
for talking to us and for taking
my
the fans'
pleasure
questions also.
my
Thank
pleasure
you.
lots of